Here at the University of Canterbury in Christchurch, New Zealand, we have some of the top researchers in the world who know the most about earthquake resilience and earthquake engineering. So they've come together with their minds to help develop the new future of buildings that will not only save lives but also make a more resilient community and being able to use the next day after an earthquake. So on September 4th, 2010, there was a magnitude 7.1 earthquake that struck the city. A lot of people did not expect it, and the building shook quite a bit. On February 22nd in 2011, another major earthquake hit with 20,000 aftershocks in between. Today we're going to show you an example of liquefaction. Liquefaction was a huge problem around Christchurch after the big shakes, especially around the river areas and next to the beaches. So in front of us we have some sand from New Brighton. Yeah, New Brighton is on the area next to not only the riverbank but also the beach. So on the sand, we're going to put the sand on the shake table, and then we also have this weight which represents a house. So we put the house on the sand, and we're going to show you what happens when shaking occurs. So we turn on the earthquake on our shake table. You'll notice the water coming up out of the ground and the house starting to come down. But what you'll also notice is a little surprise over here. So you'll notice this little vial coming up as well. So this vial represents manholes and pipes. So in liquefaction, the houses can sink, but the pipes and the manholes can actually come out of the ground. So what you have by the end of it is houses that have settled into the ground, pipes that have come up, and water and mud on the top. So let me reset this. Get the water back into the ground. You cannot do this in real life. We have a house, and I'm going to show you how it settles differently within liquefaction-prone areas. This happened with a lot of communities within Christchurch who lost their houses because the liquefaction was too much after the big earthquakes. So you see the water starting to come up, and the house, as you'll notice, is not settling all the same way down one. You'll see one side going deeper on this side, and this end kind of coming up. So instead of all sinking at once, you'll see a lot of houses end up on angles after a major earthquake. So we have a community which was called Bexley, and thousands of people lived there. After the major earthquakes, the liquefaction was too much. They weren't allowed to live there anymore because it was too dangerous, and all of the houses were destroyed. So now we have places where thousands of people did live, and now there's nothing but grass and trees. So here we are in the Christchurch Red Zone. The Red Zone basically means that the liquefaction levels were so high after the 2010-2011 earthquakes that no one could live here anymore. If you look around us, this used to be all houses and an entire neighborhood. The only things left are street signs and vague resemblances of roads. So imagine growing up in your childhood house, and then after a major earthquake you were told to move. But not only move, but have every part of your history from your childhood erased. So that's what it's like coming back to the Red Zone for a lot of people who did grow up here. There's no sense of that the houses, driveways, or anything were in this area other than the fruit trees that you were left in your backyard.